Hello everyone, today we will be interviewing Mr. Khalid, the co-founder of mobileaid. Hi Mr. Khalid.
Hello.
Can you please introduce yourself first?
Sure. Of course, my name is Khalid Sharaf. I myself and my cousin Isa came up with the concept of servicing mobile phones and tablets at the customer location.
Okay.
We started the concept, the idea actually in the beginning of 2014 and came to life Q2 2015. So the idea of mobileaid came actually from our wives, because they used to break their screens two, three times a year, and it was inconvenient for us because we had to go to these smaller shops in the repair areas like Bardebay, Bardera, Satwa. The idea came from there. Why don't we provide a service at your home that could basically avoid people going through this experience? And this idea actually came after a lot of research, where we had to find out exactly how long does it take to change the screen, how long does it take to change the camera, how long does it take to change the body of your phone, of your smartphone. And we found out that it doesn't need 2, 3, 4 hours. It doesn't need one day. It actually, a screen needs 15 minutes to replace. A camera needs 15 minutes to replace. A tablet screen needs a maximum of 40, 45 minutes. So we, after, of course, intense studies, we hired a specific professional firm in researching and coming up with financial breakdowns if this business will be worth taking a risk for, will it work? It took us 8 to 9 months to come up with a full feasibility study.
But at the end, something...
And of course, it was a risk even after
it's worth it.
Because we don't know this. We found a gap in the market that we needed to fill. This service was not there at that time.
Okay, let's start with the basic questions. Why did you choose to be entrepreneur?
So actually, my entrepreneurship history did not start with mobileaid. It started in 2012 when I was approached by one of my very close friends who is a Khalid. At that time, he was already an entrepreneur. He had established his business back in Bahrain, and he wanted to expand to Dubai and the UAE, but he didn't have the foundation, or he didn't have the contacts, he didn't have the know-how on how to establish a business in the UAE, what are the right procedures. He needed someone on the ground. So basically, my first business started then, and it was in trading. Trading is something that's very common in the UAE. To me, it's not very innovative to open a business in trading. It's just someone who wants to make money. And at that time, for me, it was, okay, let me go ahead. This will be my test bed. Let me see how making business works. I don't want to go with an idea, with a great idea, but without the experience. That will take me in the wrong direction.
Okay, how do you motivate yourself? From your first steps or later on? How do you motivate?
So basically, motivation comes from within. If a person wants something really bad, he has to work so hard, always. It's not like I want to do business and I open a new business and khalas, it will work by its own. No. You need to always innovate. You need to always you have to become better. You have to look at the market. You have to look at your competitors. Improve yourself even on your skills. You can always make yourself better. Then you will always be motivated to change.
Okay, do you feel that owning your own businesses has been worth the conflict that you had to deal with?
When I look at myself in specific, I'm also employed. I have a full-time day job, and my businesses are not my first priority when it comes to working out, which is a huge challenge for me, because for a business to become successful quickly, the owner of that business has to be on top of his on top of his business at all times. I'll give you a very good example. When we launched mobileaid, we had planned for the growth of mobileaid up to 5 years ahead.
Right.
We had a full plan, but I'm saddened to say that we did not even reach 50% of that plan. And the only reason being is that we are not there for the business. That does not mean that the business is not growing. Yes, the business is growing, but not as fast as we want it to grow.
Yeah.
And the only reason for that is because the owner of the business is not sitting in the business 24/7.
That's the main gap, is it?
That is the main challenge in the growth of the business, yes.
Okay, what were your career plans when you graduated from high school? Let's go back a little bit.
When I graduated from high school,
Lots of plans.
yes, I had a lot of plans. I wanted to actually become an engineer, which I did.
What types of work experience did you have?
Okay. So I started my career, before I got my degree actually, I joined a family business. We were setting up a glass processing plant. And that was the beginning of my project management life. I was in college at that time. I was doing mechatronics engineering in Higher Colleges of Technology. I joined the team for a year from project initiation phase until handover. By that time I got my higher diploma and wanted to get my bachelor's, so I went to the United States to continue my mechanical engineering degree. After that I joined Emirates Aluminium, where they were launching the phase 2 of the expansion. I joined again at the initiation phase, at the engineering phase actually, and I left after I handed over my project. By that time, I had realized I want to change my career and got an opportunity at Expo 2020 Dubai, where when we won the bid late 2013, I got really excited about the project and wanted to be part of it. And I'm sure everyone wanted to be part of this huge project. Mid-2014, I joined Expo 2020 and I'm still there.
How did you evaluate your idea or opportunity in terms of market, the competition, key elements of success? So we will start with market.
Okay, starting with when we were doing the study, we looked at what is, because our main focus at the beginning was screen repair. That was the main focus, and the minor focuses were camera, software, etc. So we tried to obtain as much data as possible from existing repair centers in the UAE. And from that, we established the basis of a percentage from that we want to capture, because the service that we are providing today is a premium repair service, and not everyone can afford the premium repair service. It's like you're going to a hotel. Not everybody can afford to go to a 5-star hotel. So if we are at that level, then it's a smaller percentage that also we could capture. So that also, we faced a challenge there, because we are providing something more than other companies around us, which raises our costs. When you have higher costs and a smaller percentage of the market, it is very challenging to actually make that percentage of the market aware of your service, especially when we don't have an open shop that people can come to.
Okay, the competition?
Competitors, back in 2014-15, when we launched our business, we had no competitors when it comes to premium repair service.
But now, no.
But of course, as soon as we launched, our people realized that, oh, there is this gap in the market, and we need to utilize and take advantage of this gap as soon as possible. when you are the first one coming up with an idea, or you are the initiator of any idea, you need to make sure that you are always a step or two steps ahead from your competitors. Because if you slow down, they're going to eat you.
And even you have to update.
Definitely. You always need to innovate and change. You always have to provide new services.
Okay, the key elements of success. The third part, the key elements of success.
So the key element of success in mobileaid, I would say, are a few things. Number one, that this service was not there when we launched. Number two, we came with a very innovative approach when it comes to awareness and targeting our key audience. Number three, word of mouth from friends and family who believe in your concept. Before we launched, we tested with our family and friends. And we made sure, in a way or another, that they are supporting our idea and that they agree that this product could help them and their friends. That's how it kick-started, the word of mouth. Then we started noticing that, more and more people are interested. It's not us that have to put a lot of effort at the big initial stages, because we started very small. But alhamdulillah, after that, it launched, and alhamdulillah.
Okay. How did you obtain the necessary funds to start up your enterprise?
If it will stay between me and you, I can't tell you.
So it's fine.
Basically, when we started, after we did our study, we realized that the amount we wanted to launch with is much higher than what we anticipated. So that didn't stop us. What we did is, from our savings, we started putting into the business as we go along. So as expenses come, we would add funds with respect to time. So we did not allocate the whole budget from day one for the business, and we just...
Let's move on to operations part. What pressure did you face in the early stage of your enterprise? I guess not.
Because it's a first. It's the first company that's providing this service. The biggest challenge we faced was manpower, human resources. No one has the experience that we want. And because our slogan is fast and efficient, the model was that our technicians will roam or move around the city on motorbikes. We couldn't find mobile technicians who can drive motorbikes. So we had to start from scratch, hiring mobile technicians who are willing to drive motorbikes, train them to drive motorbikes, and retain them as much as possible. And I will be very honest with you that this is our biggest challenge until today. Until today, we are facing this challenge that technicians either do not continue their training because they fail, or at the interview stage they would just withdraw because they are afraid. So now we have reached a stage that we have to look at another fast and efficient model because of this.
Okay. Did anyone tell you that it will not work?
Of course, there are pessimists on everything. That does not mean you listen to negative feedback. Sometimes you take negative feedback and use it as constructive feedback and see how you can tackle this negative feedback and basically find a solution to it.
Or move on.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's talk about the strengths and weaknesses. What do you see as the strength of your enterprise?
Well, we consider ourselves, again, different. Yes, we have competitors that started after we did, but we would like to believe that we are always a step ahead. We always try to find better solutions, new services, better offers. So yes, we are different in a way that we are always aware of our surroundings and making sure that we provide services that are not available.
So catalog.
Exactly.
Okay, what about the weaknesses?
Weaknesses, as I said, is we are still struggling with manpower. Human resources is a big issue, but we are confident that inshallah sooner or later we will find the right resources to continue this business, make it grow.
What advice would you give an aspiring entrepreneur?
Well, if you have an idea that you think could translate into a business or an invention that you could potentially save people a hassle of doing things, being ahead of the game, then I would say seek advice, because if you haven't done this before, then you don't understand the magnitude of work and challenges that you might face, which people have already gone through. So seek advice from people who have been through it, seek advice from entities that are there, that the country, that our government has provided for young entrepreneurs, for youth, to translate an idea into reality. I'm talking about Mohammed bin Rashid, the Dubai SME Fund, Khalifa Fund. Even if you know people who are entrepreneurs or fail in implementing an idea, then yes, failure can translate also into success.
Okay, it was the last question for this interview. So thank you for your time and thank you for your advice and your valuable information.
It's my pleasure. Good luck.